Good afternoon, class. Professor Bistana. This week's topic of discussion is the National Security Council. The National Security Council, or NSC, is a U.S. federal agency within the Executive Office of the President. Established by the National Security Act of 1947, later modified in 1949, brought in or signed in by the President at the time, Harry Truman, advises the President of domestic, foreign, and military policies related to national security. The President of the United States is the chairman of the NSC. Other members include the Vice President and the Secretary of State and the Secretary of Defense. Advisors to the NSC are the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the director of the CIA, and other officials whom the President may appoint with Senate approval. The NSC staff is headed by a special assistant for national security affairs, which would be the National Security Advisor, who acts as a close advisor to the President. The Council also serves as the President's arm for coordinating these policies among various government agencies. The National Security Council has counterparts in the National Security Councils of other nations. There has been in the 80s, there were some challenges and issues with the National Security Council, referred to as the Iran-Contra affair, where essentially the Reagan administration secretly sold weapons to Iran to effect the release of American hostages that were held in Lebanon. It is believed that the money from the Iran weapons sale was used to fund the Contras, which were a group of guerrillas or freedom fighters that opposed the Marxist government of Nicaragua at the time. Both the sale of the arms to Iran and the military aid to the Contras were illegal, and Colonel Oliver North and others in the President's administration were dismissed and charged with breaking the law. It is deemed certain that Reagan condoned the sale of the missiles for the hostages in Iran. There's no evidence that the President knew that Oliver North was diverting money from the missile sales to the Nicaraguan Contras. Many people blamed Reagan's hands-off administrative style for contributing factor in the Iran-Contra affair. Reagan was concerned mostly with the bigger picture, and he assigned the responsibilities for carrying out these issues to other people. But this administrative approach seemed to lead some serious, deemed impeachable offenses or consequences in the Iran-Contra affair. That is the National Security Council. Thank you.